Hey there, how you doing? This should be a just chatting. It's not in the just chatting section just yet. Basically, this Twitch stream is going to be eventually uploaded on YouTube. It's going to be a quick little video, a little parody of sorts. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. But basically, it's going to be a sort of what if. It's like of Leelos versus the AT&T Annihilator Cup tournament competitors is obvious. And basically, I'm going to go over the Annihilator Cup competitors. I am going to go over their games after... Oh, let me close this X-Men 97 thing. I'm going to go over their games. I am going to go over their individual characters and ranks, strengths, and weaknesses after having seen the whole tournament, getting a general idea of how strong I think they all are. Obviously, this is also post the tournament, so I know the results. I know where people made mistakes and their general power level. So we could start from left to right, but we will start from right to left because Double Lift is really good. Okay, so let's see. We'll wait until Double Lift's face shows up again, and then we'll go one to the left. Okay. Gingy. Probably the weakest person in the tournament. I think it's a iron... is it an iron jury? It might be an iron Marisa. So, Gingy, no diff. Gingy is effectively Ponzu, right? Gingy it could be a hunter at some point. Right, she could be. She's only iron. She has shown combat prowess. It's not like other iron level fighters. Like these other base level hunters cannot throw hands at all. Or these other base level humans, like they have no access to Nen. They have no idea what Nen is. They have no power. That is basically where Gingy's at. Right, Gingy is the lowest power level in this, or almost the lowest power level in this entire tournament. Non-factor. Okay, easy no diff by Killua Leelos. All right, so we have Sukino. Now, this is actually one of the people, he's already higher ranked than Leelos. He is a Diamond 3 Kami player. And Sukino's biggest problem is he's actually just like Leelos. He is a too much offense, not enough defense on a character that has a powerful uppercut and defensive options. Not constant defensive gameplay, but it's supposed to transition based on phases in the game. Sukino does not acknowledge that. He doesn't play that way. He plays by out-offensing his opponent, and they do not get to take a turn, and they lose the game. Or after they get their turn back, he does some sort of strange offense mix-up that ends up stealing the turn, and he ends up taking that round. Sukino, high diff, blood, sweat, and tears diffs. Leelos. Unironically, one of the people in the tournament who could probably beat him. And if Leelos did manage to beat Sukino, it would come from a relentless amount of drive rush pressure that Sukino wasn't expecting, But they both play similarly. They both drive rush from far away. They both swing for their plus frames, and they don't really focus as much on the anti-air game or on the zoning game. So similar archetype, bad matchup for Leelos, right? Similar archetype, but more experience. A character who, I wouldn't say Kami is just outright better than Jury, but I will say that Jury requires more technique to improve than Kami does. So you could even argue that Leelos and Sukino are the closest, in terms of power level. In terms of raw power level, Sukino is the closest to Leelos, right? But Sukino's gotten further, and he's genuinely a little stronger than Leelos, unironically. Kaylee, respectfully, I do not remember her, which is unfortunate. I don't want to pretend like she's a non-factor. But she may have been one of the rookies. I know Katamina is also one of the rookies, but I think there was another rookie. She may have been one of them. Respectfully. Jake and Bake. He is a Masters player. He just reached Masters prior to the tournament. He only had one win up above the Master rating, but that does mean that he did beat a Masters player. He wasn't default 25,000 or whatever the fuck the number is. He was 25,000 plus 25 points, which means he didn't just play and get Masters, he then played more games and managed to beat a Masters player. So unironically, Jake and Bake is a Masters player. He is the second strongest person out of the AT&T Annihilator competitors, and also would be able to beat Leelos low difficulty, maybe medium difficulty if Leelos really plays clean. But as of now, Leelos does not, because he's shown Jake and Bake shows throughout the tournament. Leelos does not have the tools to continuously confirm the kill on Jake the Bake. Like, he might be able to get him low every round, but he will not be able to kill Jake before Jake gets to him. That's just objective. Like, Jake has shown that he is consistent enough, and I genuinely believe that he understands, like, the gimmicky rules of Street Fighter. And newer players that understand those older gimmicks are really powerful, because unlike their other newer player brethren, like, they can really apply a big, like, a large bag, a deep bag of tricks, of options, of situations they've seen before that they've learned from. Jake and Bake is also last year's AT&T Annihilator Cup second place, winner. So that does, or maybe not the second place winner of the entire cup, but of the Street Fighter division, and again does beat Leelos low to mid difficulty, probably low difficulty. Katamina, Leelos no diffs her, unquestionably. She is a rookie ranking fighter. She is basically just a fodder character for the Street Fighter sections of this Annihilator Cup. So, because she's good at other games. Emily Wang, the closest person in the entire tournament to Leelos' skill, and actually a surprisingly clean modern player. She is a modern Mai. She probably learned the game. She did learn the game 2 weeks ago, which means she has less time than Leelos, really. And she is also higher ranked than Leelos. That being said, she also had coaching. Consistent coaching throughout. So in this case, it really is a sort of Zushi versus Killua moment, where it's like, well, when Killua learns about, like, by the time Killua actually meets Zushi, they're both really early into their like lives as hunters. And the truth is, Killua would not have been able to beat Zushi because Zushi learned Nen. That's where Emily is. Emily has been taught Nen by a Nen teacher. I do not know the skill level, who exactly was Emily Wang's teacher, but every single one of these players had a teacher, or almost every single one of them, except the ones who effectively decided not to try because they knew they were going to be out of the running. And so Diamond 1 Emily, she punched above her weight several times throughout the tournament, used her fans consistently to pressure her opponent. The biggest flaw in Emily's game, I think, is that she doesn't truly understand how long to charge the fans to create the most devastating situation when she is being jumped in on. That being said, when you just drive rush an Emily, that does not work. If you think you're just going to drive rush through it's not going to work. You're going to need a perfectly timed jump, but she does give you many opportunities for them. There are a lot of openings. So Leelos might be able to catch on that jumping in is a better option. But if you watch Leelos consistently, if you watch Leelos' combat, Leelos sees drive rush as a better option than jump. And jump is a worse option in a lot of situations, right? It is. You can't just keep jumping. And Leelos does jump too much. So he might have a jump in situation with Emily Wang. But low-key, these are the two people who are the closest in rank. And I would have to go with Emily high diff, dude. Emily high diff. Even higher diff than Sukano, like barely alive with Leelos unable to keep going. You have Hutch MF, Platinum 1, I want to say Mariza. No, Platinum 1 Modern Zangief. Platinum 1 Modern Zangief. He did better than I thought he would, but I also think that Emily, because he was a teammate of hers, did not go full force against Hutch. And had they gone full force, Emily would have almost embarrassed Hutch in the tournament. So I would say Leelos beats Hutch, mid difficulty, right? Maybe probably mid difficulty, because he's had some good matches. I do think Hutch has that dog in him, even if he's not the best. So look, he even got that dog on him. He ain't just got that dog in him. The motherfucker got his dog on him. So, we'll give Hutch Hutch hits above his weight class, and even though Leelos is higher ranked, Hutch does everything he can, but still loses. Octane, I do not remember, but I know for a fact that he is bad, and he is just throwing. Let's advance a little more here. We have Agent. Now, Agent, I'm going to hold the hell out of you right now. You try to assemble an entire Avengers to beat RDC World in Marvel Rivals. That was not it. They are hot ass at that game, and so are you. Now, Talking about hot ass, let's talk about your Lily. Also hot ass. You are a gold 3 or gold 4 Lily modern player. I'm sure you just started and you were coached. That being said, there is no excuse for the sort of performance you showed. There were, I think there was an Iron player who was beating the bricks off you. Absolutely inexcusable. You should know how to throw hands. You have played other games, and you have shown me in other games that you have the ability to understand and to perform. Genuinely underperform, Leelos will no different. Not even close. Maybe Agent would land some hits, but Agent still doesn't even understand the basics behind how Lily traps people with her 360. He's still trying to run in and grab you like this is like 1991 and you're out here a time traveler. No. Okay, so Squee is a Zangief player. I want to say he is Platinum 1. He might be Platinum 2 Modern Zangief. On the same situation as Hutch. Now, Squee, in fact, does not have that dog in him. I do believe that if Leelos starts to beat the bricks off Squee, and he will, that will get into his mentality, and he will not be playing the same. Whereas I believe Hutch is a stronger mental character. He was able to look for openings in Emily's game while being playful and fun and giggling. I think he really was trying to find an opening to steal the whole match, and that's respectable. If you do want to win a match and your opponent isn't taking you seriously as a threat, that is how you would do it. Mad respects to Hutch. I do not know that guy, but again, mad respect to everybody who went to this tournament and actually cared about Street Fighter to improve and learn more and, do better. Okay, so Squee gets no diff. Maybe not no. He gets low diff, maybe mid difficulty if he plays out of his mind against Leelos. But Leelos pulls through. Tyler 1. Now, Tyler 1 is being very much pushed by like a big brother FGC, right? You have I'm gonna call I'm gonna call you the fuck out because what you said was out of left pocket and the biggest glaze I've seen in my life. Score Esports. I never really liked him. He's pretty cringy, but that doesn't matter. You could do whatever you want. Your business is yours. Mine is mine. That being said, he made a video saying Tyler 1 is actually exceptional at Street Fighter 6, and he is probably the next Daigo. Tyler 1 is not the next Daigo. My man's, he ain't even the next Ramit. Bro, this man, there cannot be a sorrier competitor here than Tyler 1. Now, if there was someone who was going to play fucking Modern, it should have been Tyler 1. I mean, who was going to play Classic, it should have been Tyler 1. If there was a player in this tournament who I expected to actually engage with the mechanics of the game, it was Tyler 1. Now, hopefully, Tyler 1 didn't care because he understood that had he tried too hard, maybe he would have just won the Annihilator Cup too hard. Bro, I don't know what to tell you, but it was a pathetic performance. Tyler 1 lost to Emily Wang in the Winners' Cup, right? So Emily Wang is a Diamond 1. Tyler 1 is a Plat 5. She is higher ranked than him. But he rage quit live on air and then tried to get views by being like, really, I would have won the next round because I had my whole meter, but we disconnected. That's some horse shit. The connection was perfectly fine, and the game only dropped after it was certain Tyler 1 would lose, and he still got a bye and did not get disqualified. He should have been auto-DQ'd for that. I don't care. We need to learn to respect the cultures and the rules of the places and the things we decide to associate with. That is one of them. Tyler 1's Ken is Modern. He is very sloppy, but he does have Jinrai kicks. He is still Ken. He can land uppercuts. Leelos versus Tyler 1. Leelos low diffs him. It's not even close. Tyler 1 faced... What's her name? Yes, I'm going to give you a shout out because you deserve it. Let me find her. Tyler 1 fought either Kaylee or Genji. Now, Tyler 1 is Plat 5. Genji, or Kaylee, I'm pretty sure it's Genji, is a Iron 3 player. Let me repeat that. She is an Iron 3 player. You need to understand that in the Hunter world, that would be the equivalent of Ponzu. This lady can only send out bees, my guy. They are non-venomous bees, bro. What is she gonna do? Hit you with her hat? Tyler 1, in terms as a Plat 5 player, is someone who is on the verge of becoming a hunter, right? By rank, bro. By rank, the equivalent of almost being a hunter. And he lost to an Iron 3. Almost being a pro hunter. Get him, in the words of Juice, get him the fuck out of here! Get him the fuck out of here! So Tyler 1 gets low diffed by Leelos, unquestionably. Lovely low. Somehow she's playing classic Honda. I believe she is also rookie, a new challenger, or Iron. I do not remember. I forget who she played against. I think an 8-shot, but either way, I think it is absolutely abhorrent that she is playing on Classic and he is playing on Modern. Get out of here. You know the game's better. Do better, King. Okay, so now we have Landmark. Landmark is I want to say, Plat 2 Marisa. Landmark was definitely hitting above his weight class throughout the entire tournament, showing that he can confirm drive rush off of medium punch. And off of that, he can confirm into a target combo with Marisa into Gladius. Now, unfortunately, and I blame his coach for this, he was on Modern, and therefore it would have been easy. He would never, and I quite literally mean he had never throughout the entire tournament, canceled Gladius into level 3 critical art. What the fuck is your coach doing? Did he not tell you that you were a button away from 70% damage on all of those confirms? Landmark, I mean this when I say this, fire your coach. You could have easily have been a Diamond 2 player in this, and you could have easily have killed Emily. And I say that respectfully. Emily was my choice for the preferred player of this tournament, but it doesn't change the fact that Landmark was doing way better than he had any break to be at Plat 2. Genuinely. So, good shit, Landmark. I do not know you. I know it says Levundmark, but he is Landmark. Best of luck to you in the future. I think it was great. I hope you keep playing Street Fighter. Summit G1. Summit 1G. I do not know you. I know you look cringe as fuck in all of the clips that I see from you from Street Fighter and World of Warcraft. I don't like the look of your face. But that's irrelevant. That being said, I'm sorry, I forgot. Landmark versus Leelos. Landmark hitting at his highest potential. I would say Leelos high diffs him. But I think on a standard day where Landmark wasn't on fire, Leelos would low diff him. But we have to be honest about where they were in the tournament. Landmark was playing out of his mind for somebody in his skill level. Same thing for the person who beat Tyler 1, bro. That Iron player who beat Tyler 1 was playing out of her mind, bro. That was peak Ponzu, bro. We're talking meaty bees into I'm gonna rub your nose really hard with my palm, dude. We're talking really heavy damaging, Ponzu combos. We're talking, let me check my phone into I'm not free right now. Ooh, really powerful setups. Okay, so Summit 1G is a gold 3. What character were you again? I want to say a gold 3 Ken. Now, I'm not sure if I would say he's underperforming. He just wasn't a hard enough hitter. He wasn't going to be able to beat most of his opponents. That being said, he did go against Tyler 1. And in his fight with Tyler 1, I would argue that only one of two things could have happened. Either Summit 1 is punching above his weight class despite having done poorly throughout the tournament, in my opinion and respectfully. He did almost beat Tyler 1. So again, I think Tyler 1, motherfuckers literally, unironically, fighting game content creator, Score Esports, unironically called him the next Tyler 1 and just glazed his history in other games. That's true, but he also decided to play Modern Ken. Okay, he effectively barred himself from ever truly being able to understand the game when he did that. You know that, I know that. Don't disrespect the craft by just pretending like he's that good. You knew that Tyler 1 was never going to be considered on the level of somebody like Daigo. Daigo is effectively the Japanese Kobe Bryant of Street Fighter. You don't get to say some random dude in his 30s who can barely hold it together in a game against an Iron 3 player is the next Kobe Bryant. You just do not get to say that. All right, then. So, Summit 1G, kudos to your match against Tyler 1. You did punch above your weight class, although I believe you underperformed. I feel like you had the potential to do better, but you did not. Leelos low diffs you into a no diff, bro. Unironically, a no diff. I can see Leelos just beating him and beating his ass. Scump. I did not watch much Scump. I did not watch that much Scump. I believe he is a modern Ryu. He might not even be a modern Ryu. He might be a classic Ryu. But there were a couple times where I saw some damage. I saw some combos. Least information on this fighter in the entire tournament. Leelos assumably low diffs him. Emeru in this corner. All right, we have Emeru, and Emeru plays Honda Modern, and as her chat will tell you, she is a Honda Slam specialist. She is only picking butt slam. She is not picking another move. She's not pressing another button, but she might, block a little bit and then do it again. So somehow. She is Plat 4, which is beyond me. It is crazy that she got that far. Shame on all of you Plat players who lost to that, by the way. Shame to all of you. Shame upon your family. Shame upon your ancestors, your descendants, everybody that could ever be related to you. All right, then. Now, my opinion... Now, this really comes down to one question. Can Leelos deal with modern Honda using butt slam over and over again, making sure to change the sides in which you have to block? So the question is, can Leelos block a butt slam from one side, then react and switch to the other side to block? Yes, but not every single one. Leelos will unironically high mid diff to high diff Emeru. The spamming will get confusing. He will lose a lot of HP. He may even lose a match and almost lose a second match. But in the end of the day, if you have seen Leelos play Street Fighter 6, he has a lot of damage output. Leelos, unironically, will cook you if you give him the chance. If you let Leelos hit you, Leelos will hurt your opponent. You will hurt your HP bar. That's just facts. There is a reason why he's getting this far, despite his lack of technical knowledge or information. Right, and again, all these players are coached, right? Okay. Tenzi, I believe he is a Plat 2 player who was also playing absolutely out of his mind. I think he was a jury. I don't remember. Leelos mid low diffs him, for sure. If he's playing out of his mind, it can be a high diff, but it should still be Leelos on top. We have Nate Shot, new challenger, didn't care about learning the game. No diff, not a hunter. We have Ludwig. Ludwig is a Platinum 1 Honda. I think he also was playing Zangief. I'm not exactly sure. Do not quote me on that. I do not remember exactly, but I think he was also playing on Zangief. And those are classic controls. Kudos to Ludwig actually learning the game that he is choosing to engage with. So Leelos no diffs Ludwig as well. Maybe Ludwig, as he had shown, because he played against, I believe it was Double Lift. I want to say it was Double Lift he played against, and Double Lift was clearly playing with his food, but it reached a point where it really was watching somebody push a Masters player to you have to fight me. Stop not fighting me. It really did feel that way. It felt like watching someone like a martial artist who looked down, like Double Lift almost looked down upon Ludwig, and Ludwig did everything he could to hit above his weight class, hit Double Lift square in the jaw, and told him basically if you're not going to take this seriously, I will steal the game from you. And he forced Double Lift to absolutely beat his ass. So for forcing Double Lift to go into, full, to 5% full power or whatever you want to call it, Ludwig, you get mad respect, but you still get low diffed by Leelos. Max Ludwig is a struggle for Leelos, but still Leelos will put him down. And now we come to the final and strongest opponent, Double Lift. Double Lift is a high Masters Ken. He has I want to say it's either 100,000 or a million. No, I think it's 100,000. Like rank points. I think I have like 80 something thousand. Effectively, Doublelift has played more Street Fighter 6 than I have. Like 20% more. That or he won at such a higher win rate that he has more points. But I think if that was the case, he'd be even higher ranked. He's close enough to me where I don't think that's the case. I think he's just played a bit more than me, and he probably had a smaller, higher win rate than me. But that's the opponent we're talking about. Doublelift is effectively the Kuroki Gensai of the tournament. He is far and above every one of the other AT&T Annihilator Cup competitors. Max power Leelos, like high-balling Leelos, he would still get low diff at best. Like at his pure power, he would be getting low diff by Doublelift. Then fixing that right in a hypothetical match between me and Doublelift. The way I play Lily, my grab traps are very sinister. I will keep you on the ground. If you do not know how to evade them, I will keep hitting you with these resets. I think that Doublelift showed a sort of big hole in his defensive game. Doublelift wins because his reaction time and his understanding of the options with offensive Ken and beating somebody's ass in the corner. So I would be able to it would be like a medium difficulty. Like I would beat Doublelift into the ground or high difficulty. There would be rounds where I beat Doublelift into the ground, but let there be no question, Doublelift would consistently beat me in a tournament match setting. No questions asked. Maybe I'd be able to steal it by cracking him with the 360 and then just getting into his mental state, and then he wouldn't be able to keep it together. But given that Doublelift has repeatedly played for LCS, given that he has played in plenty of tournament situations, which much higher stakes than this, I would have to say that even me, quite literally, Leelos' coach, sensei, whatever you want to do, Bisky, I would also get no diff by this motherfucker, bro. I would also get medium diff by this guy, and I would lose. So, Doublelift is, again, far and above. He is the, Kuroki Gensai of this Ken Ashura. And, that's it. So, now we're going to watch some of the matches so we can get some proof as to what I'm saying, right? So, this is Agent versus... Okay, so now, does this stuff work? Like, to some degree, it does. I mean, Tyler 1 is hitting. I have a very negative opinion of Tyler 1 as a Street Fighter player. I think he was very good in some of these other games he's playing. I think when he did that raid in World of Warcraft and everyone ran, I genuinely did support him. I did think that it was funny, and I did think that it was unfair. But that being said, I think as a modern Ken, he is definitely underperforming and hitting under his weight class. And for the amount of people that had texted me, talking to me about Tyler 1, his performance was quite literally unacceptable. I feel like if you have random people glazing you in the chats and in the DMs of Street Fighter players, and that's just how, anticipated your performance is, then you're not allowed to lose to an Iron 3 player in her, first competitive performance. You're just not allowed to. So, no respect to that motherfucker. Let's see. All right, now the match start. It is Tyler 1 versus Agent. Now, like I said, Agent is, in my opinion, he shouldn't even be Gold 3. In this entire tournament, most of the fighters do not use parry. It almost feels like it doesn't exist in the game. It almost feels like an addition where it didn't have parry. I think it's very bad. So we have here Cedar's. Okay, we got him in the corner. He goes for a grab. That's whatever. It's not like Lily had a reversal option. He just goes for a basic drive rush into grab. But remember, in modern mode, these Jinrai kicks come out effectively automatically. Like, they're not inputs. They're not very difficult. So again, if Leelos were to fight Tyler 1, I do think the problem would be the Jinrai kick. But I see this game from, Tyler won this, but it was sloppy. I guess it was technically a perfect, but Agent is one of the weakest competitors in the entire tournament. Unironically, one of the weakest competitors in the tournament. Also hitting beneath his weight class, even though he is a Gold 3, which you would not think is possible. But, I mean, there was an Iron 3 player that beat the same opponent that he's fighting right now. So that kick is not safe. All right, let's see how this is going. Agent, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. That weird micro step backwards. You're not playing other games. This is Street Fighter. I've never seen that in my life. Okay, yeah, like I said, the Jinrai kick, the Jinrai kick, light kick is crazy. Because I don't think I can't do that right now consistently. And you know for a fact that if it hadn't been for Modern, he wouldn't have been able to do this. Like, being able to do that, I think is like a modern thing. Like, he wouldn't have been able to do it in normal controls. I mean, he wouldn't be able to do most of these things, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's harder than it looks. Okay? Now, like I said, if I was Agent's coach, bro, that motherfucker would have done way better, bro. Agent, your coach is doing you dirty, bro. You should have had me as your Street Fighter coach, bro. I could have taught you how to be like a Diamond Lily in like a week, bro. Ain't no way. Maybe you didn't have a whole week. I believe it. I believe it, bro. I believe it after this tournament performance. But your coach did you dirty. 100,000%, bro. Your coach did you dirty. All right, so you get cornered. You can't really get out. You don't really know what you're doing with Lily. Lily's like the worst character in the game, and you actually have to know what you're doing to use her. Whoever told you to play Modern Lily because it'd be easy is absolutely hold you. I don't know who would tell you to go to win a tournament like this and to play Lily. That person is crazy. Okay, so now we have Landmark versus Sukino. Now, like I said, Landmark has been hitting above his weight class. This first match looked really, really bad, especially with the way they cut in. But I'm telling you, Marisa doing better than you'd think she would. Okay, so Marisa coming for the pressure. What kind of grab was that? Sukino doing his normal thing, just kind of wiping his opponent down. You know, he is a Diamond 3. Like I said, Sukino is like I think the best competitor that Leelos could theoretically beat, but I don't see him winning. You know? They're effectively the same Nen type. They're the same exact sort of Street Fighter. And I think that would be bad because that would mean that the better player should just win by default because both players are just going to run at each other. Go with this other one to see a clip of other people fighting, or we'll just wait until the match starts. Hold on. Skip along, skip along, skip along. Okay. All right, so now we have Lovely Low versus Scumper. Scumper Silver 1. I thought he was Platinum. Okay, so he's worse than I thought. There you go. Lovely Low is like easily one of, if not the worst player here. I think Genji is actually the worst, but I think she may have beaten Tyler 1, so there you go. Maybe she's not. Okay, we'll just skip this. It's hard to watch. Okay, Landmark versus Ludwig. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Ludwig playing on Classic, bro. Mad respect to Ludwig, bro. Like I said, bro, he's such a king, dude, for playing on Classic, dude. All right, let's see. Like I said, you watch this fight and you can tell Leelos would smoke these cats. Leelos would smoke these cats. Like, there's no Platinum 1 player here that shows any sort of, like, exceptional skill that would be able to. But like I said, Landmark does end up playing out of his mind later. And he ends up... See, like, that combo is not that bad. Like, even if it was an autopilot combo from Modern Marisa, I'm not saying it is. I don't know if it is. But that damage was not that bad, dude. See, it's that. It's you don't have to parry, but it's that. If you can deal with the butt slams, you'd be able to beat Emeru. At this point, I might as well directly be talking to Leelos. But this is, again, talking about... it is Leelos versus the AT&T Annihilator Cup competitor. So there you go. All right, so we watch that. We can kind of have an idea. It's like a kind of, like I said, beneath Leelos level combat. It's not too much to worry about. We have here Emeru. I guess we could see her, but I think this match is going to end like just afterwards, so it doesn't matter. We'll skip to, let's see. I guess there's some embarrassing upsets in this tournament that we got to watch, dude. Bust down Obama. I don't know which one of these girls. I think that's Genji right there. Bust down Obama. So she genuinely has no idea what she's doing. Like, she's like the least experienced person in the entire tournament. So, like, she really doesn't know how to do anything. She spent most of this game, like, teabagging. I don't know why we spent so much time on this fight. Okay, Emeru versus Jake and Bake. Like I said, Jake and Bake is a Masters. And Emeru has a match already. She's up 1, dude. She shouldn't be, but she's up 1. And the reason for it is that that actually gives her a good... She might actually be able to beat Leelos. Like, not consistently because she's a better player, but look at this. Crossover to one side, crossover to the other side. If you don't know what to do, you could just get beat the fuck up by the fact that her input is easier than yours. Oof. Golly, dude. But yeah, I definitely give it to Jake and Bake. You know, that dude would clean Leelos' clock. See, let's see if we can see anything else from Emeru that would talk about what I'm saying. I don't think Jake and Bake is going to even let her. But Jake and Bake didn't, like I said, he just hit Masters. So he's better than the rest of the players. But at the same time, like, he has a limit. He's not, like, so crazy. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jake and Bake. This is what we call, a kill confirm, a wall confirm, or a checkmate. Now check this. He burnt out Emeru, right? He hit his medium kick, right? So now this drive reversal can only be stopped by a invincible reversal. So he's gonna Honda would have to use his super. Now check it. Now he hits his medium punch. Now when you hit that medium punch, right? I don't know the frame date on it, but the setup here, I've been hit by the setup before. You can hold up, you can't get out. You won't jump out before the drive impact hits you, right? Look. You get hit by this. The only way to respond was just before the fist hit her. Emeru had to do critical art or super, right? So it hits, and there you go, right? So this is what I'm talking about, Leelos. You see how that's what this is one of the tools this master player has, right? It's the wall crush confirm, right? He didn't just get the person burnt out and keep fighting him. He got the person burnt out. He pushed him against the wall, and he said, Emeru, give me your fucking money. Give me your money, bro. You are not allowed to hit this wall and keep playing this game. So it's just that simple, you know. I do think I think it's so great that he did that, because that is exactly what you need to add to your game if you want to go up. Okay, Emily Wang, dude. Another competitor that I'm pretty sure could beat Leelos, which he definitely, I don't know. But this would have been the closest game in the tournament if Leelos had been there. Okay, that uppercut is bad. He gets punished. And like I said, bro, Agent's people doing him dirty, bro. He doesn't know what to do after that. Look, he doesn't know what to do after this. This should be a freebie, but he doesn't know what to do. He hasn't been taught what to do. You know what I mean? He just hasn't been. So it is what it is. That or Agent just wasn't listening to what his coach told him. But I don't even want to say that. I'm pretty sure whoever taught Agent how to play Lily did not put enough effort towards it, because there are some really easy modern situations and pressure swings you can start as Lily that are not hard to teach. So I don't know. Much disrespect to his coach. Emery Wang, the Wangularity over here with her fireballs get the grab off because he's holding parry too long. And with one of these gold players, they're not going to be able to handle Mai. It has nothing to do with the level that Emily is at. It has everything to do with the character she's playing. It's hard as fuck to deal with. Look at that, right? You would have to block that other... Not even, bro. I can't even get out of that. I think I purposely jump and get hit by the fan, so I will fall down. And now the throw that Mai tries to land whiffs. So I intentionally get hit by the fan. I don't even know what you're supposed to do to get out of there. Sometimes I use drive reversal, but if you do, the Mai can dash up and block and then give a full combo off of you. So it's a difficult situation, and a gold 3 Lily isn't going to be the one who's going to get out of it, unfortunately. So sorry, Agent. This is another L for him. I know he loses, but I don't think he would have been able to win even if he had been at like peak performance, because Lily versus Mai, it's like a very particular thing. You need to get your wind, and then you need to use your OD Condor Spire to go through her fans. Trying to go through them manually or avoid them is just a no-go. There's no way you're going to do that. You will lose. And there you go. Emily wins. And as you can see, Emily throws out a lot of like base uncharged fans as a way of just getting poke damage, or I don't know what to do, and this is safer, which is understandable. But it does come with a sort of ceiling to it, a skill ceiling. A skill level on the opponent, and that won't matter at all. And I do think that, like, I don't think that all of those fans would work on Leelos, and I do think he would get a jump-in combo or two off of them. I'm just afraid what would happen if Leelos does eat a couple of these fans, and now he starts eating charged fans mix-up, and he won't be able to deal with it. So, like I said, Emily versus Leelos is easily the closest match in this entire tournament. Let's see. Landmark versus Octane. What rank is Octane? He's new challenger. It's a non-factor. Okay. So, I think that's everything. I mean, maybe we can watch Tyler 1 losing to that Iron player.
All I'm saying there. Wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a good one. Emily Wang versus Tyler 1 was actually a good match. Let's watch this one. Let's watch this one, dude. So, right now, I think Tyler 1 is up 1. So the advantage is in Tyler 1's court. He should be able to win. Okay, he eats the fan, confirm drive rush combo, eats the super, charge fan. He has to block one. He tries to swing. He parries. That was actually a decent parry. Gets her off with a drive impact. Emily doesn't really do many drive impacts throughout this tournament, so it makes me feel like she's not confident in her reaction time with this. She just doesn't do it. Keep doing the fan, even though it's just base fan and shouldn't be doing it. Jab his way out of the drive impact. Keep pressuring him. Advanced. You see that second fan. When she saw it bounce, she should have advanced forward. She drove impact right through that. I can't believe that Tyler 1 really just did that. She's got him in corner. She shouldn't have advanced. Should have just used a charged fan and then advanced. Tyler 1 trying to get himself out of the corner. Basically died trying to get out of the corner. Now, once she backed up into the center of the field, there was no reason for Tyler 1 to jump, and he basically just threw. But it is what it is. We'll see the next round. He was up 1, so now it's 1-1. We'll just have to see where this goes. There's Emily throwing the double fireball, get a free grab out of it, and that's what I'm talking about. There's just like a certain level of experience necessary for avoiding the shit that Mike can do so easily, you know? And having to block 2 fans and then getting the mix up between a strike or a throw is too much for those players, even at the master level, to be honest with you. Okay? Another fan. I can't believe it. Get the counter hit on that. Confirm it. And then we're talking about Tyler 1 said here, right? He was definitely going to win. Unironically, Tyler 1 later raged, okay, and said that the game was laggy. It was not. There was a full bar connection the entire time. That he was about to win, but that Emily got a lucky hit. And even though Tonka had even though Tyler had 3 supers and he was about to win, he is in corner. She is burnt out. He is in corner against a Mai with 5 fan stocks. Shut the fuck up, Tyler. You were not going to win this fight, no matter what happened, and shame on you for acting the way you did, dude.
Oh, dude. Uh-oh.
Get the rage quit. In my opinion, that should be an auto DQ. I don't fucking care. We got Tenzin. Like I said, did hit above did above his weight class at certain points in the tournament. Hutch, I didn't even know these guys faced each other. If you had asked me, I would have put my money on Hutch, but I'm pretty sure Hutch loses. But I would have put my money on Hutch. But then I guess, Jury versus Zangief. A lot of Zangiefs don't like that matchup. Juries don't like it either because they don't want to get 360'd, but there we go. And like I said, these competitors, none of these, I think I can pretty much end this segment of it where I'm talking about Leelos versus the Annihilator Cup competitors. I think I have shown it. Let's go into the later things so we can talk about those. Okay, we have Hutch. It's not those. I want to see the later matches, the higher level ranked matches, so I can talk about. Okay, so this is what I was talking about Ludwig basically got Double Lift to take him more seriously. I don't know if that was the fight before, but Ludwig actually did manage to take off a couple rounds off of Double Lift, and it made him take him more seriously. Then, he knows ifs him. Let's see what we have here. Sukino versus Tens. Tens is only plat 1, but he is jury, and I think this is a good example. All right, he wasn't. All right, see, if that had been Leelos, he would have confirmed that combo for sure. He got the pressure string on him. He's got him in the corner. And this is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Watch. I don't even know what happens here. Oh, see? Okay. You see the difference, Leelos? Now, assumably you're still watching this. All right, check this out, Leelos. Check this out, Leelos. So hold up, right? You remember earlier in the tournament, Jake and Bake did a normal into a drive rush normal into a drive impact that he couldn't escape. Now here, he's not burnt out. So theoretically, Tens can drive impact back off of this if you were to do it. But he does, right? Sorry. Sukino does. Where the hell? Where the hell? Yeah. Sukino right here. Sukino does. Just a raw drive impact. The correct response there would have been to shimmy towards the jury, right? Confirm that the jury is actually standing. Land a normal. Drive rush. Land your kill confirm. The button that will make drive impact. Confirm the wall splat in an unavoidable way, right? And so you drive rush that normal, turn it to drive impact, person gets hit in the wall. Instead, he does raw drive impact, and the person just jumps the fuck out.
Stop that DI.
See, and then he gets a comeback, and then he wins the round. And that's what I'm saying. This is a jury that Leelos can mid diff, can low diff. So Sukino kind of shows his weaknesses here. He is higher ranked than you. He would be better than Leelos, but Leelos would be able to hit above his weight class and do a lot better than we'd think. So we'll get out of this. We'll see that combo. This is why Sukino's Diamond 3 right here. This right here. Oh, not that part. I can't believe I went back to watch that again. But yeah, he didn't do the confirm right. But he does his combo into the level 3 off of a confirm setting. Wow. Okay, maybe not, bro. Like I said, he has some sloppy ass stuff with that drive impact, dude. That drive impact is no good. That drive impact is no good, dude. He's probably gonna drive impact again, dude. Are you going to do it again? You're going to do it again. You're thinking about it. Oh, okay. So he charges his critical art, and the jury drive rush into him. He just pops the level 3. So, like I said, those things right there, things like that. Leelos is also a drive rush happy player. He would probably have ran into that too. We'll skip along. Landmark is Emily. Landmark is hitting above his weight class. Okay. Sukino versus double lift. Okay, so this is effectively Kuroki Gensai versus the competitor you just saw. This is this is probably an above max current power Leelos. You know, I would say Sukino's like a little above a max power Leelos. And double lift is just taking his time, just taking him apart, kind of not really having to do anything crazy. He's just breaking his grabs, slowly beating him down with the mix-ups until eventually it's just too much damage and, you're dead. And I noticed double lift, he doesn't do anything flashy. He's just slow and steady. Just keep having to guess. You will eventually guess wrong. I will win. So, like I said, double lift is on a level where he would probably put me down. So
Double lift knows this.
Yeah, double lift definitely seems to have
We're watching this.
Thus far, but let's see if Sakuda can make some.
They're trying to do footsies, but the Kami's trying to skip the footsies. She manages to skip the footsies. So double lift is still laughing. Like if he's still smirking, then double lift is like beyond confident after that.
Oh my God.
Kind of like if that's all you got, I don't really care. All right, okay? Wow, that was a solid jump from Kami. I don't think she knew that would go past the uppercut. That was a really good use of the hooligan, so he can get in front of his opponent before it starts, get him in the corner. But he doesn't know how to do. See, this is what I'm talking about. We've already confirmed that this guy does not know how to do a kill confirm with his drive impact. So he did manage to get a counter hit one there. But Sukino was not going to be able to slam him against the wall off of a setup. That wasn't happening. We already know that's on his bag. That drive rush, dangerous as fuck. Could have just gotten uppercutted. That's a high master. Don't drive rush like that at them. That's disrespectful. I would have grabbed you out of the sky, dude.
I feel like people don't use it much anymore.
All right, okay. He got the knockdown on him. See, and I think Leelos versus like double lift would go similar. Like Leelos would probably get a couple of hits, maybe a drive impact. Double lift's like reading game is way weaker than it should be for somebody at the rank he's in. He wins because he understands the numbers behind his moves and he keeps putting you in situations where you're gonna have to guess against his Jinrai kicks and his other shit, or he'll land a counter hit or a drive rush, a running punish, and then he beats you. But it's not because double lift is able to perceive what his opponent is gonna do before they do. That's just not one of his skills. See, he's laughing. To him, this is still funny because he's like, oh, God, I can't believe I fucked up like that. And it's like, yeah, fair enough, right? He did fuck up like that. But the facts are the facts. Double lift would just no-diff this guy, and he does. But, good shit on Sukino, though. Beating this guy is crazy. I actually kind of believe I would probably beat double lift now as I'm watching these games over because it makes me realize that double lift probably isn't familiar with Lily's 360 traps that are possible in this game because of how many Lily players don't use them. But it would be a sham match. Like if I win, it would only be because he doesn't understand the throws yet or the situations, the tick throws I'm doing. And by the time he does, like when he would figure them out, it would be over. It would be like Netero versus Metaroom. Like I would be able to hold it off eventually, but it wouldn't matter. In the end of the day, Metaroom would get to me. And it's the kind of fight it would be. It's like, yeah, I could keep putting double lift in situations where if it was a first to 100, maybe I would be able to get 15 at my peak 15-4, 15-5, 15-6, but it wouldn't matter because the rest of the match would eventually go like 16 to 100 in double lift's favor. That's how I feel about the way he's playing. Like he could be doing better. He is making mistakes on defense, but his offensive choices are intelligent, and he will get through that defense, dude. I know he's already cracked my defense. Like I already thought of it. It's like if I was blocking that guy's side, I would have gotten hit. So I'm gonna give it to double lift. We'll skip along. Emily Wang versus Jake and Bake. Like I said, Emily Wang is the closest person to Leelos in power level, so I think this fight is an important one to watch, right? And like I said, Leelos needs a wall confirmed for something like this to even work.
versus Emily Wang.
I think a match between Emily Wang and Leelos would be really entertaining. I think Leelos would win because he can jump over those fireballs, but Emily has only been playing 2 weeks, right? Which really does, like, it really is, like, if Leelos is a Killua level competitor because of how well he's doing despite how little time he put into it, that would put Emily on that same level. You know what I mean? Like, she is on that Gon Killua potential level. Like, she is playing on Modern, which makes it easier. But aside from basically what is, like, if you want to look at Modern as a binding vow, right? I will not have these certain buttons, but it will increase my damage. Then it would be Emily Wang plus binding vow equals Leelos potential, just about, right? Like, so she's good. And look. She's got him in the corner, and she fucks up. She swings. See, that's bad news, Bears. You gotta learn how to hold your advantage. Look at this. Okay? She got lucky. She got him in the corner. Why are you pressing a button? If you wanted to fake a meaty button to bait the uppercut, that's one thing. But you can't just swing on a Shoto in Masters. They're going to use the reversal. Every Shoto in the game has an invincible uppercut. That's what happened to her here. And I can't say she definitely would have won, but I'll tell you, if she had known to not do that, or if she had jumped back heavy kicked, like, just because she knew that that's something she could do for spacing, and then done a fan or something, she really could have turned this specific round around. I don't know if she wins. I don't remember, but she could have done it off of that. So he throws her into corner. Very normal Masters thing to do. He does the knee into the link. She gets out of the corner. What does she do with it? She charges the fan. She advances twice. She gets hit by the jump in. And that's what I'm talking about. This is where it shows that Leelos really could beat Emily. Because Leelos knows how to jump in, dude. Leelos gets the timing for jump ins over fireballs. That might be enough for him to make the difference on Emily. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I have no proof, but I'm not going to lie to you. It really could be that way. God, I should have plugged in my headphones so I could charge them, but I didn't. I don't have them right now, so you can probably hear the feedback. So,
got the adjustments.
OTF, that's crazy.
I think we're done here. Like, we're watching this fight, and this is good, but I just wanted to get a general idea for their power levels. I think we have that. There are more matches. You don't need to see those. I've been streaming and talking. For how long? For almost an hour, I've been talking now. So this is like a whole hour of, literally Leelos-related Street Fighter content for Leelos to consume if that's what he wants to do. And for the last 10 minutes, I will briefly go over a sort of wall crush situation. Actually, I could go over those. I could go over Leelos's entire video of him talking and playing, but I think we got to go over the setups because he needs these more. So give me a second. All right. Shoutouts to 100 Men versus a Gorilla. All right. All right. So we're going to go over 2 setups. I'm going to go over this one. I think this is it. Sorry for the feedback. You're going to hear the video because my headphones died. And I just continued the stream with no headphones, leaving it on speaker with like the microphone in my face. Okay. This is not what I'm talking about. So.
Such a love.
Okay. That's not it either. I don't know why they don't have this here. There should be more of these. No. Hit confirm training setup, no. That's a good one, but we're not going to go over that one. I can't believe they don't have the thingy-ma-thing, dude. What am I gonna do, brother? I gotta find a direct impact trap. Do they really not fucking have these? I swear I found one. I don't want to go through all my DMs to go find it. No, that's not what I'm in. It hits. Let's see. Direct impact trap. Maybe that'll work up. Maybe that'll show up, but how to frame trap a I don't know. That's not what I'm trying to look up. Not rhythm. Not guile. It says jury, right? It does say jury. Just nothing showing up. Alright, so the next best way to do this, we're going to have to look up Mago, because 100% Mago will be doing these setups on people that are about to die. So we will put Mago versus Manon, so he's not just getting EX uppercutted all day. Okay, give me a second, I just dropped something important. Okay, well luckily it dropped on something that I could like pick this up off of. Loki might have to stop the stream now, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, that wasn't that bad. That could have been way worse, dude. Dropping something important and then just having fall on something that you could like fix it off of. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. Okay, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna watch this. I'm sorry that I wasn't going over this clearly. And like I said, whenever somebody burns out around Mago, I'm not going to disrespect Mago and assume he isn't using an inescapable trap at this rank. I mean, for fuck's sake, he's facing the third best Manon player in the world, for fuck's sake. So, well, it says ranked 1, but it says he's third ranked. He might be the third ranked player in the world. Let's see. I don't think he is, though. I don't think that's a Manon player, but we're going to go. Right? Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Get cornered, don't matter. We're trying to get to the bar where he does a meanie, because like, let's be honest, once he burns this Manon out, he's okay. He's got him in corner. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to you. Okay, whatever. He's got him in corner. Now again, Leelos, I go over this a lot with you. Okay, Leelos, look, cornering and jailing your opponent. Jailing is when you hit somebody with something that prevents them from jumping. Right? When you are jailed because you're blocking too long or whatever, if you hold up, someone can hit you with a crouching low, even if it looks like you're crouching, right? Okay, so watch, right? Look how he jails him in the corner, dude. He's like, you can't leave, you cannot jump, you cannot jump, you cannot jump. Like, you see how he tried jumping away, brother? Look at this, brother. He's like, you can't jump, you can't jump. Let's just slow down the playback speed so we can watch it slow mo, dude. You can't jump, dude. Look. He tries jumping for a second, right? But because he was jailed, he couldn't leave the ground yet, right? And then Mago, being a fucking genius, realizing that that's when he would want to jump, he threw out the medium, right? He goes for the EX so that he can get a hard knockdown off of this windmill fan, right? But look, Jury lands on the ground much sooner. So he was able to throw a medium punch that obviously whiffed, but that's there for timing, and he did it for a throw timing, so it also threw them off like, oh god, I have to block, I'm gonna get hit with the very end of that medium punch, and it was all just a setup to hide this throw, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Another throw, he does a dash up, another throw. That won't be in the game in the next season. In the next season, Jury will dash outside of the throw range, and instead she will have to drive rush to reach that throw range. Okay, she goes for another one. Now look, he crouches after doing it. He kind of takes his time, goes for 2 jabs, walks up, right? So look at that. It's the spacing, it's the timing. Think of what Manon's inputs must be right now. Okay, crouch block. Oh, what am I going to do? See, he only had a couple of milliseconds, dude. He probably had like 5 frames to react to that. That's 1/20th of a second at best, right? Before he could do anything. And he already got grabbed. So Mago shows how spacing things by a couple frames, enough for somebody to see that you stopped, but not really stopping, is so effective. This is why people who kind of randomly button mash will get rewards. Oh, so good. All right, so he got some cornered. He drive rushes, right? Now, if he's drive rushing, he's probably not just going for the grab, because Jury can just dash for the grab, right? If you're drive rushing, it's not only so that you can do a rush for the strike after the grab, but also to fake that you cannot grab. So drive rushing into grab is still an option, and it is still a good option because you're not expecting it. All right. Medium punch, more of those medium punches. That standing roundhouse kick, Leelos, you don't use this enough either. Look at that. She's crouching, bro, and it still hit because this kick is a big rectangle in front of Jury. So don't use it all day, but it's a very good on-counter hit button. Throws another one of the EXs. He gets hit by the drive reversal. That makes sense. It's crazy how this is at 75% speed, but it feels like people are playing normally because these guys play so fast. Okay, see the footsies, the shimmies, the thinking. Oof, look at that. Perfect range on the Manon. Quarter circle back medium kick. So good. So good. Alright. Mago kind of using those fireballs so he can have a little more time to think and strike if he wants to. Mago's trying to walk down this Manon. Like, he's hoping the Manon would get scared. Look. He's like, okay, look, you not... Okay, he gets hit there. And then the jury's like, do you not remember what I just did to you? Let me walk towards you and remind you. And the Manon crouches and just plays footsies. This walk forward is not something Mago expected. Mago thought he got into this kid's head enough to at least make him fear for a couple seconds. Mago probably expected at least a couple more seconds of freedom. Right? Oh, or not, bro. I'm not a genius like Mago is. Dear Christ. Okay. Calm him into the corner. Don't forget to steal this, Leelos. Do the super confirm. I'm pretty sure, because I've noticed this a lot from Mago. Mago will give up quote unquote optimal combos for combos that give him more time on knockdown. So Mago forgoes more damage for more opportunity, and I think that that's why a lot of times when people use optimal, like, they're not using it correctly, because what is optimal but to increase your chances, your consistency across all options, as opposed to just doing the most amount of damage you can do off of a hit. All right, he walks up to him, then shimmies back, trying to bait the grab on Manon. This Manon, balls of steel. Now she goes for the grab. You see that? Look at that. That's a masterclass in jury right there. Look at that. Any one of these instances, jury could just hit crouching medium low and combo. Right? Crouching medium low. And the Manon is aware of that. He's very scared. He's trying to hold up in case he gets hit by the overhead jury has. Jury walking up again to shimmy another grab. And this time the fear got to the Manon player. And this is, either the number 3 player in the world or the number 3 Manon in the world. Either way, this Manon is absolutely out of her mind in this game. But Mago, he's been through so many tournaments. He's been through so many situations. And he can get you to open up. Mago was a Fei Long player. He played so clean, bro. It's Mago's thing, dude. I love Mago. I fell in love with Mago's Fei Long a long time ago. I ain't gonna lie to you. Gets that knockdown. Well, I think Fudo is my favorite Fei Long. Very good backdash. Wake up from Manon. Usually a terrible idea, but he could feel the aura off of Mago's grab. He lands a command grab as a punish. See what he does from here. He walks up, shimmying, blocks the low, shimmying, blocks the fireball, swings, trying to get Mago to block something, gets him with the max range poke, swings again, confirms. That should be level 3, right? If you wanted it. You didn't want it. Whoa! What do you do? Whoa! What are you doing, dude? Oh my god. Okay, the Manon burning out all her meter, getting really desperate, doing everything she can to lower Mago's HP, and then the switch. This is what I'm talking about, Leelos. Defensive Manon comes out now. Why are you jumping in? Jesus Christ, bro. You're like the best Manon, dude. Why are you doing this? Okay, all right. A free drive rush for Jury. Now you can see he is going for the medium punch, and that's a little obvious. The Manon blocks it. Mago doesn't do anything else. He's going for the shimmy. Mago is trying to get the Manon to hang herself. I think this is going to actually bite Mago in the ass. He's done this too many times. Okay. And they're just both going back and forth. There's no way that works, right? Yeah, no. What are you doing, Manon? Manon cracked, could not handle the pressure of the situation. Thought Jury was going to swing. She did not. Mago wins. I can't believe Mago hasn't done any wall confirms yet, dude. Let's go, dude. What are you going to do, dude? Goes for the Russian, goes for the grab, gets it, blocked, crazy. Goes for it again. So he gets the plus frames off of the drive rush hit and then resets for the grab. Could he have gone for more block string pressure? Of course he could have. But the grab is more optimal. Positions Manon into place that Jury needs her and gives Jury some space. Let's see what Jury's going to do with this. Drive rush, medium kicks, fireball. The neutral jump, dude. And this is what I'm talking about. You'll notice I neutral jump a lot, Leelos, but look at that, Leelos. You saw that was such a beautiful neutral jump, dude. Look at this, bro. Get the plus frames. Get the plus frames. I'm plus. So this grab can't land on me. Land the kick. Confirm the combo, dude. See, now this, if I were a jury player, this is when I would use my level 2. I would use Feng Shui Engine, and I would pressure this Manon into losing, basically. I would scare her into losing. Mago, I don't know what he's thinking. He might just be like, I want to do a kill confirm combo. I don't need to do level 2. But this is why I would have level 2'd. This is why I would have level 2'd personally. Because then you would have been the one in control of this corner situation. Whereas Manon is already taking control of it. This is the most powerful Manon is, because all of those strikes are only -1, right? So Manon can't do anything fancy off of those, but her grab can grab you and like off of that -1, right? If you're just blocking, and she can do another -1 medium punch, basically at infinitum unless you parry them. She has a constant 50-50 game. So she's so scary. Like right now, she's just tip-tapping Jury, but you have no idea how terrifying that situation is for Mago. Oh, let's go. See, Mago eventually like, you know what? Juan was right. I just got to use Feng Shui Engine not to win, but to position myself for victory. And I think this is a mistake a lot of like juries make with Feng Shui Engine. They think Feng Shui Engine is about Feng Shui Engine itself creating so much damage or creating a situation or doing so much that it's in and of itself it's a win. No, you get reduced damage off of Feng Shui Engine. That's not why it's good. It's good because you can create crossover situations, right? So mid combo resets where you end up on the opposite side that give you increased like odds of hitting. Right? I'm guessing that's what you're going to do. You're going to do some weird-ass setup, or are you just going to beat... Oh, okay, he's going to do the confirm, dude. Okay, he is going to do the wall confirm. Why? Manon is burnt out, right? She does have meter. So there's a good chance we're going to see at least a fake for the drive impact confirm. Right? Okay, keeping the pressure, still using Feng Shui. Manon, terrified, uses a super because he's afraid of the direct impact. Dude, this is what I mean. Right? This is what I mean. That's the kick right there. This kick off of Feng Shui Engine or Drive Rush is your confirm for the direct impact trap. Because that is when this like Legends player thought it was time to reversal. So I'm going to guess that's when you do it. Because otherwise, why would you do what he just did? There's no logic behind it otherwise. So Mago, so smart. A lot of players, not just juries, a lot of players in general wouldn't have done this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Now, from the beginning, Mago was walking back, right? If this had been Leelos, he would have stayed on his side to make sure he doesn't end up on the wrong position. And he would have done his combo. He would have comboed Manon out of the corner, right? Look at what Mago does. I don't even think Mago might kill. Okay, Mago does kill. All right, Mago kills. But even if Mago didn't kill, Mago was positioning himself in case he didn't kill, which is very, very experienced, very intelligent, very demure. All right, get the fireball so that he can make some do something. He gets two, I call them Tai Chis. So 2 Tai Chi charges. Okay, where is she going? Where is she going? I think they're called Fuhas or something like that, but I call them Tai Chis. Like, since, like, Street Fighter 4, I'm like, oh, them little Tai Chis, bro. Gotta get your little Tai Chis, bro. All right. Let's see where you're going with this. Let's see where you're going with this, Jury. What are you gonna do, dude? Oh, the neutral grab to avoid the command grab that Manon had done last time. Okay, last time he got... Oh, no. Last time he did jump over them as well. And Manon used strike, so he did read this. Gets the slam down onto the ground. That medium punch, had he blocked it, it still would have been a dangerous situation. With the drive rush, Manon can do a combo here or a reset. Obviously, I'm absolute bunk. I would go for the reset because I am a goblin and I can't help myself. So let's see what he goes for. He goes for the combo confirm. That makes sense. It gives him a stack. It's a little less damage, but it's certain to happen. He gets one poke off. Oof, another sweep, a punishing sweep. He tries to swing on wake up, and Mago showing him, listen, I have EX, I have reversal. I have invincible reversal. You can't do that to me. Okay. So I'm going to guess, oh, what are you doing? Isn't that too early? Oh my God. That was a perfect back fierce on wake up from Manon. I haven't seen that like that. That was absolutely perfect. That was frame perfect, my guy. For the instant that Jury stood up. These are truly world-class fighters. Let's see. Okay, he gets another one. Okay, now we've been talking about these confirms all day. Now, from my understanding, level 1 Jury Super will not stop this because it doesn't have invincibility and it doesn't hit enough times fast enough. So Manon went for crouching medium punch into drive rush. Now the move she's about to connect with guaranteed causes an inescapable situation after drive impact. Assuming that the checkmate situation is here and that Jury cannot reversal, that is what he's going for. Because Jury is burnt out, right? Oh no, she's not, but this strike will burn her out. So Jury has to go for drive impact or parry? No, she can't parry. I don't know. We'll see. Look at that. That's interesting. So look. Hold up. That was so interesting. So he burnt himself out doing this. I don't even think Manon knew he was going to do that. Manon, look. Manon almost built enough. So Manon didn't, I don't think Manon realized he was going to burn out off of that. I think he was going to do a trap. So now this is super dangerous. In Burnout, Manon's medium punch goes from like -1 to like 0 or +1. So now Manon has the advantage on top of that. Now, if you were to press jab, Manon's medium punch would fucking win. So now you're afraid of the command grab, but the odds are even more in Manon's favor. So let's see if Mago will be able to deal with it now that really he shouldn't be able to get away. Like the odds are definitely in Manon's favor. So like let's see how he gets it. So ooh, he just goes for it. See, that's what I'm talking. That's so hard to block because on the second medium punch, he's already going for that command grab. You know, and like Mago was conditioned to believe that this Manon would swing like 6, 7, 8 times, and like Mago had no way of confirming that grab would come out then. Like he could have taken a guess, but with the information he had, that would have just been putting your balls on the table. All right, let's see where it goes here. Where this goes here. Okay. Get the corner carry combo. I actually like this. I saw Leelos do this too, using the super to confirm here. I actually like this because, look, it puts them into the corner. So I actually do like that combo ending with Super 1 because of that. Mago gets 2 dashes. He ends up right in front. He does not go for the grab. I think Manon is expecting a grab. Oh, he blocked. Double jab. He still ends up getting grabbed. Walk up. Get the strike instead of the grab after setting up what looked like a grab. Gets the combo into the uppercut so he can get the knockdown and land before his opponent, which gives him stronger Oki. Mago absolutely going fucking crazy. Land the grab, put him in the corner again, dash up. That's a strike. But like I said, I think, and this is Mago, I don't want to contest him, but a grab here would have been so unexpected. Yeah, a grab there would have been so unexpected. But it's all in the moment. This is going slower than the game actually is. Okay, Manon. Oh, Mago's so good, dude. So clean with it. Always controlling the spacing. Always thinking more than his opponent. And, like, look at this HP lead. There's, like, no way Manon's going to make this back. They both know this. The longer that Manon takes, the more meter that she charges for Mago. And I'm guessing Mago has an evil smile on his face right now, knowing that not only did he put Manon in that position, but the only way for Manon to win was to make him stronger for the third round. Mago now, no shot he's not going to have level 3 in this encounter. If he lands a hit, he will get level 3. In fact, he doesn't even have to land a hit. If he gets hit, he will gain level 3 at this point. Right? Getting beat up will get him enough meter to level 3. So we got to see how this is going to go. Manon, beautiful. Get the strike. Scare Mago into thinking he has to block. Force Mago to eat the throw. Now, crazy. Force Mago to eat the throw. Insane. Why would you go for that second one? Like, I see what you're going for, but you got to realize, bro, it's Mago, man. Get the trip. Dash up. Grab. Closer to the corner. Drive rush. Hit the kick so that you have... Look at all that time, dude. You see, this is another kick you got to add to your game, Leelos. Look at this kick. Look at this kick. Look at this kick. Because he was on the floor, some of the move got to like go inside of Manon's body. So the hit that he's hitting with is actually later in the recovery stage of this drive rush medium kick. So he's even more plus on frames than he usually would be. So look at this, dude. He's just moving around on this guy where he's blocking, and he grabs Manon in her first available frame to be grabbed, dude. Oh, masterclass in Jury right now, dude. Craziness. Look at that. Oh, my God. So, look. He did this. Hold up. He did this, and he's doing uppercuts when he does this. Can you believe that? He's actually doing an uppercut when he knows these might miss, so that if someone were to jump over him, he gets the autocorrect uppercut. Jesus Christ, Mago, how are you so intelligent? I could have been going for those, dude. I feel smarter just for watching you. It's slow motion, or else I wouldn't have picked it up. Okay, let's see what's going on. That was a solid shimmy. He was obviously reading that Manon would grab, but she didn't. Manon trying to do something before this game falls back into Mago's control. And it's so scary, you know, facing somebody like Mago. He's been through so much. He's seen this so many times over. Ooh, that's a kill. That's a kill. That should be a kill. That should be a kill. That should be a kill. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Good shit, Manon. There we go, dude. So proud of that Manon player, dude. Beating Mago is like an accomplishment, man. Alright, get the knockdown. Get another knockdown. And I like that. I do like the repeated knockdowns, you know. You get more offensive options, and, you know, she had to do something to get her down. Got her in the corner, going for the strike loops. Jury gets him off. Jury shimmying. That shimmy all day. Look at how dangerous Mago shimmy is. Mago always shimmying into that standing fierce. That big toe, that big foot he puts in there, foot in the faces. Bro, that is such a good normal, dude. Always shimmying to space out that fierce punch. Because if you land that kick on Jury, you get the free follow-up combo, dude. Look at the follow-up right now from Mago. Land the grab. Scary as hell. Where is he going to go from this? He's going to have to set up some sort of drive rush thing. I don't think he's going to want to work him down slowly. The fireball, the drive rush. Oh, he missed the grab, dude. He fucking did it too early by a frame, dude. And it's over, dude. There you go. Manon, you know, that was some solid Manon gameplay, dude. Patient but effective, dude. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. Great rush, get hits, get the knockdown. Do another strike. Wow, with that throw, that's crazy. Okay, get the knockdown. Where's Manon going with this? Okay, wow! Look at this. Do the special attack for the frames, then raw command grab from far as hell away because of the Manon range. Absolutely criminal. Whoa, anti-air with the fucking jujitsu kick. Oh. What is going on? What are you going to do, Mago? Oh, another grab. This Manon is on fire with the positioning. She refused to over-rely on her command grab, and it was for this. If I want to beat Mago, I can't let him think I rely on my command grab. I need to live off of the rest of my abilities so I can score that HP. Respectable. Giving yourself that restriction so that you can get the advantage on Mago later is a huge gambit, a massive gamble. But genuinely, it came off. It was rewarding. But will he? I think he's gonna win this. Because like, what are the odds? Like from Mago's perspective, there's so much going on. Like, you can't block that. You're not gonna be able to block that, dude. Because eventually, at any moment, Manon can turn that into a grab, and like, you won't be blocking by then. You won't be holding down anymore. I mean, you won't be jumping. You'll be holding down because you'll be too scared, dude. Or whatever, the other way around. Don't matter. Okay, he's got Jury in the corner. Oof. Okay. Solid. Ooh. Good confirm. Oh, that hurt. The raw parry into a command grab. Anti-aired. Manon pressuring. Oh. That was so good, dude. The drive rush into the shimmy, into the counter hit, like the whip punish was crazy. Like, these are truly masterclass fighters. Like, I gotta watch more of these pros playing, dude. This Mago fight is crazy. Like, he isn't even winning, but this Mago fight is crazy. Oh, that was a nice try, Mago. So as you can see, like, Mago goes for way more grabs than Leelos does, right? Or Leelos, if you're watching this, I hope you are. You can tell Mago goes for more grabs than you, but if you pay attention, the grabs that Magos goes for, a lot of them are like premeditated. He knew when he got him into that position, he was eventually gonna have to grab them, so he can get them in the corner. So Mago's very intentional with like which grab he's choosing, whether it's back throw or front throw. Oh god, dude, it's over. Oh. Nice try, Manon. That was a perfect, dude. I didn't even realize that was a perfect, dude. That was so sick. Oh, I'm starting to doze off on this, I'm not going to lie. But I'll finish watching this. Alright, let's see. Alright, where are we gonna go with this, Mago? Let's go, Mago. Let's see what you do with this, dude. It's funny too, because like when I was younger, I used to think Mago was like a Hispanic player. Because like I just saw Mago, like Street Fighter 4, like that's it. And I was like, oh, his name is Mage, dude. Like, because Mago in Spanish means mage. So I was like, oh, that guy's so tight, bro. His name is just Mage? And then I told him it was Japanese, and I was like, oh, Mago might be like a nickname or something. Who knows? But it's not Mage. Oof. And it's over. It should be over. It should be over. I can't imagine this not being over. Oh. Jury, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, such a good character. We'll watch this last fight. Okay. Go for the drive rush overhead. Leelos doesn't go enough for that. He goes for the dash. He gets that mix up off of whether it's a strike or a grab. So he's constantly going for that strike grab 50-50. Get the fireball, go for the drive rush, get counter hit. That's crazy. Like the amount I jump in compared to these people is insane. I jump way more. I really gotta stop. That was such a good perfect parry, dude. Did you see that, dude? The pussy perfect parry, dude. Look at this. Bam! Look at that perfect parry, dude. That's how you know Jory's nasty, bro. What are you parrying, bro? Oh man, this is really a battle of titans, dude. Like I don't think I'd be like, what does this look on normal speed, dude? We're still watching this on 75% speed. What is this on normal? Right? It's so fast, dude. How do you keep up with these guys? Okay, get the knockdown, get the super. Like I said, this corners them. This is obviously why Mago likes doing it so much, and I feel like he does it more than other juries. Gets the combo into the air for the knockdown, so he has the advantage. Goes for it again, so he can get the advantage on the ground. He goes for the medium punch, another grab. Ooh, I would have got hit by that strike. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that was a grab. All right, let's see where this goes. Oh, Manon can't really advance. Ooh, that was so sick. Okay, she's in corner. Can you make it happen, Manon? I don't think she can, but she could. All right, there you go. All right, so we'll see. This is like the last round. I know this video goes a little further, but I'm gonna stop at the end of the best of three. The best of three. Best 2-3. Whoever gets the 3 first wins. So 3 out of 5. Let's see. Get it in the corner. What are you gonna go for? Get combo. Get out. Whew. Oh, that was a massive whiff, dude. Like huge. I can't even believe Mago did that, dude. All right, well, I guess that's what we're gonna call an end of the stream. I will send this to Leelos. I hope we learned a quick overview. You know, like TLDR. We'll quickly go over the AT&T Annihilator Cup people again to remember who was what and what matchups to see. Okay, so Leelos would lose to Saikuno, high mid difficulty. He would cry. He would no diff. He would lose low difficulty. Max Leelos might be able to mid difficulty. No difficulty. High difficulty versus Emily Wang. Both competitors barely leave. We can't really be certain who would win. Hutch hits above his weight class, still loses. Octane loses. Agent no diffed. Squee could theoretically put up a fight, but ultimately gets no diff. Tyler won mid to low difficulty based on how consistent he is at the time, but due to his performances during the tournament, I suspect that he would be low diffed. Low diff. Medium to low diff on Landmark. Summit 1G is a low to no diff. Scump is a no diff. Emeru is a high to mid difficulty, depending on Leelos' ability to deal with Honda butt slam spam. Tenzi is a medium difficulty because of the mirror match. Nate Shot is a no diff. Ludwig is a low difficulty. And Double Lift is a no difficulty for Double Lift. So there you go. I've gone over it. I did the streamy thingy, and now I'm going to close it. I hope you enjoyed.